Now, what's Mr. Cooney up to this morning? Morning, Aidan.
There's a fest of foot fighting and fisting and all that sort of stuff going on there, fisticuffs. And Robert Devan is here. He'll be explaining in detail a little bit later on, but suffice to say he'll be in the National Stadium this Sunday raising money for Bernardo's. 100 rounds of kickboxing. Are you mad?
Right, yeah, 100 2-minute rounds. Somehow I was persuaded to do it.
Yeah. How long's that going? How long? 2 minutes a round? So
2 minutes each round. The first 50 rounds we're going to do straight without any breaks in between, and then there's a just 10-minute break for demonstrations, and then the next 50 rounds.
And when you're fighting these guys, will someone go, oh, this is for Bernardo's and he's on round 48, we'll take it handy?
Not likely. Most of the people that are going, they're high belts, and I think this is their opportunity to have a go.
No, I used to work in revenue many years ago, and there's a lad I used to work with, real softy, and you tell me he's fighting this Tony Moriarty. Good morning, plenty of plays. He's gone up the ranks. He's been fighting for a couple of years now.
That's right. I have to say he's one of the hardest that's going to be fighting me on the day, and he's definitely not going to take it easy on me.
Well, I'll have a word with him. I'll give him a call and tell him to go easy on you. Robert, we're going to hear more from you and your club and the people who are joining you in this fantastic endeavour to raise funds for Bernardo's a little bit later on. Thanks for coming in this morning. Now let's take the opening news of the day. It's Inside to Sharon.
And Deputy Sinead, who's going to be giving somebody a good kicking, I think.
Now we are outside and it's a very active scene altogether, a scene from a Bruce Lee movie. The kickboxers are all at it, and I am with Robert Devan, kickboxing champion of Ireland. Robert, you're very welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Now, Robert, you're here for a very special occasion because on Sunday, this Sunday, September the 3rd, you're going to be fighting 100 people. Now, tell us what this is all about.
Well, basically, this is an event called the 100 Fighter Kumite, and it's in aid of Bernardo's, the children's charity. And this event involves myself, unfortunately, having to fight 100 people in a row. There's no breaks in between rounds like there would normally be. So 50 rounds are straight, then there's a few demonstrations, and then the other 50 rounds are straight as well. Each round is 2 minutes long, so it's about 3 hours, 20 minutes of non-stop sparring and action.
So this is a bit like doing a marathon while being kicked and punched at the same time, then?
Yeah, pretty much, exactly, yeah.
And Robert, tell me how you got into kickboxing yourself. You said you were only 5 when you first started kickboxing. How did that all come about?
Yeah, originally it wouldn't have been kickboxing, it was karate, and my father was doing karate and boxing, my mother was doing judo during the Bruce Lee era of the 70s, and that's how I got started, and now I teach professionally. This is what I do full time, and I love it, and I wouldn't do anything else.
So a Bruce Lee baby is what you are.
Yeah.
And Robert, now you're going to join a very, very elite clan of martial arts fighters, and this is called the 100 Fighting Kumite. Explain to us what the Kumite is.
Kumite just means to fight or to spar. It's a Japanese word, and it originally, it was in the 18th century. It was a famous Japanese swordsman was supposed to have defeated 100 people, and that's how it came about. A lot of people then decided that they wanted to do similar in kickboxing or in karate. I have only read about people doing it. I've never actually seen anybody performing it myself, and we're running it a little bit different than most people would. Some people just fight for 1 minute rounds, so we're doing it for 2 minute rounds.
So you're going for the full all-out punishment then. But obviously, looking around you here now, I mean, these guys have just been doing this for a couple of minutes and they're obviously very fit, but it must going to be incredibly exhausting. What sort of training have you been doing to get in shape for this?
Well, the training, first things first, I don't think they're going to be going as easy as that on me on Sunday. They're being nice to each other in front of the camera. But it's been endurance training. It's been very, very different training. I've competed a lot and I've fought a lot around the world. And this event has made me train in a totally different way than I've never trained before. I mean, at most you'd ever have to do is 10 to 12 rounds, 3 minutes long, and you'd have a minute break in between. So at maximum, 36 minutes. Whereas this is 3 hours, 20 minutes. So I've had to do a lot of running, and I've had to do a lot of cycling and a lot of swimming and things that I necessarily mightn't like. I had to do for long periods of time.
And now, Robert, tell me this. Did you have any difficulty finding 100 volunteers who wanted to give you a good kicking, or were they queuing up?
It was actually hard to pare down to 100. There was so many people volunteering to try to bash me on the day, yeah.
Now, Robert, just tell us exactly where the event is and how people can attend if they want to see you survive 100 sparring matches consecutively.
Well, I think half will be there to see me to win and half will be there to see me lose. But it's in the ringside, the National Stadium this Sunday, and it kicks off at 12:30. We have a website for the event, which is 100fighterkumite.com. That's www.100fighterkumite.com. If anyone's looking to sponsor anyone in the event or also purchase tickets.
And all of the proceeds go to Bernardo's, are they?
That's right. Bernardo's is a great cause, and 92% out of every euro goes to Bernardo's. So
10 euros and you book in advance, 15 on the day.
That's right.
Robert, give us a little taster of what we can see on Sunday if we go down to the ringside.
I'm going to demonstrate just a few kicks first of all. It's called a roundhouse kick.
Robert, thank you very much. Guys, we'll be back after this quick break.